Well, today I'm doing something that I wasn't supposed to ever do, which is that I am talking about a group that I didn't actually listen to in the 90s. But to be fair, I've also never played DDR. In fact, the only reason I've even heard of Smile DK is because YouTube recommended the video for their song Butterfly to me. Now, being the world's most self-absorbed person, naturally I assumed that this happened because of my particular interests. Which would be fair enough, as I do spend an inordinate amount of my time looking up stupid, forgotten 90s pop songs, both for these episodes and not. But, as anyone who has fallen victim to the algorithm's whims can tell you, more often than not, YouTube recommendations aren't based on any kind of apparent logic whatsoever. And as I read through the comments section for the Butterfly video, it became clear that I was far from unique in getting this particular recommendation. Just look at some of these poor confused souls. Why was I recommended this? Why is this even in my recommendation, LOL? Can someone explain why this is in my recommended? Why I'm here, OMG, this recommendation section. WTF, YouTube recommended. WTF, where I am. WTF, have I just watched it? WTF, YouTube is 2019. WTF? Clearly something afoul is afoot. As I am wont to do, I went full rabbit hole trying to figure out why so many people were getting the same recommendation for a seemingly random Eurodance pop song from 1998.
I've been searching for a man all across Japan, just to find my right.
And after all that research, I can tell you that my answer is inconclusive. Actually, there's very little information available about this group at all. And if there's one reigning hallmark of my videos, it's my complete overzealous willingness to talk about music that I have no information about whatsoever. Subscribe! Smile DK were originally called Smile, and they formed in Sweden as a group composed of Veronica Almqvist, who would be their only constant member, and Nina Boquist. They released their first album in 1998 on EMI Music Japan. All the songs on this album are written and produced by Robin Rex and Robert Ullman. The first single from it, and still probably their best known song, is Butterfly. And it was used in the popular arcade game Dance Dance Revolution from Japanese developer Konami. Now, just listening to this melody and the synth tone, let alone the lyrical concept, it's obvious this song was going out of its way to appeal to Japanese audiences, possibly even trying to convincingly sound like they were Japanese themselves. With its traditionally Eastern-sounding melody, up-tempo dance beat, and lyrics that are just straight up fetishizing Japanese men as samurais, you could possibly even accuse them of inappropriately stealing from Japanese culture. This strategy works, by the way. The album went gold in Japan. Was it ever released in America? I don't know. I wasn't even able to listen to the album without some Japanese sites getting involved. Unlike a lot of groups out there that end up getting big in Japan through happenstance, this is the only group I know of who got there through targeting. They knew exactly what demographic they wanted, and they went for it. Although they still went by the name Smile at this time, they would later change it to Smile DK in order to market themselves as representing Denmark. So basically, they were a group from Sweden, claiming to be from Denmark, and going out of their way to make as big of a splash as possible in Japan, which is just sheer 90s WTF-ery at its finest. The other singles from the album were called Boys, Coconut, and Mr. Wonderful. I regret that I can't share all of them with you, but apparently they're pretty obscure and hard to find outside of Japan. I did listen to the album, and honestly, it's pretty solid dance pop. I especially like the song TikTok, but if you try to look up some of these songs on YouTube, you'll just find sped up versions. Apparently they get blocked in my country if anyone tries to upload them. The reason why I can't get into most techno or European dance pop is because it seems to lack traditional structure. But this group does actual songs for the most part, with riffs and hooks and melodies and everything. Even the stuff they did after the 90s is pretty solid for the genre. Mostly it's just simple, punchy bubblegum Eurodance with melodies and structure without being as obnoxiously samey as the Venga Boys or as aggressively dumb as Aqua. The group went through several lineup changes over the years, with the revolving door of Malin Kernby, Hannah Stocksell, and Cecilia Racecog joining as sidewoman with Veronica Almquist. From 2005 to 2008, the group was on a hiatus, but they have since reformed and stayed pretty much active to this day. As much as I wish I could tell you more about Smile DK, maybe there's just not all that much to them. The DDR series kept on using their songs as more and more games were being produced. The South African rap group Die Antwoord sampled Butterfly for their hit song Enter the Ninja. And apparently the band's music is frequently used in a lot of toy phones made in China. Could any of these uses of their music possibly account for why millions of YouTubers keep getting recommended their song? Probably not. But you know how the internet is. The video for Butterfly, originally uploaded October 16th, 2005, currently has over 15 million views. If enough people notice a trend like that, they'll run with it, and it takes on a life of its own. Does that mean that we are now on the verge of a Smile DK resurgence in 2019? No. But if I was their PR, I'd probably be taking notice. I'm Jacob, and this was Rad 90s Music. I'll see you sometime in the future.